And here we go. Yeah, guys, we're gonna make the texture. And I discovered that Trunks, it's the same that Trunks from Dragon Ball. It's so crazy. It's because I think that it's because the history about the names of the characters of Dragon Ball, it's from Vegetals, something like that. But a trunk isn't a vegetal. But well, yeah, guys, let's go. In the previous videos, we saw how to sculpt it, how to make the retopology, the UV, the bakes, all the stuff. It's so cool. And I really recommend you when you're gonna make some texture or something like that. See reference, stylized, trunk. For example, I can search on internet, Pinterest. I like stylized trunk. Game trunk can be, or just trunk isn't necessary. Yeah, let me see here. It's always good to use search and see reference to make the texture. For this situation, I'm gonna make something more simple. So why is on this way the interface so crazy? Yeah. This one it's cool also. It's a different style, but I really appreciate it. I really love it. Here we have the other Viking Legend, but I don't know if it's a game or something like that. But the idea here, it's good. Cool. But well, it's different when we're gonna make stylized wood from realistic wood. And usually a lot of people like to make the I forget the name, it's not thickness, it's the edge. They try to mark a lot the edge, and this is not the best way to make it. So well, let's start from a base mesh. Let me see here. A base mesh, let me delete, and I'm gonna rename it to base. And to the base color, I'm gonna pick, can be from this one here, just to have an overall idea. Oops. I can open the pure ref if I want. And let me drag and drop it, just to pick the color. Ctrl Shift A to keep always on top, and can be just a random color. Can close now, close this guy, and maybe let me start. Let me start from the. Let me go to base color and from these trunks, the large trunks. And let me pick the base color. Yeah, press M, and I'm gonna keep the color. And the roughness can be, yeah, we're gonna use just ununique roughness. Can be little about 6 to 7, can be 0.7, yeah. And I would like more yellow or orange, maybe. Let me see here. Yeah, something more this way. Of course, then we're gonna change a lot it. Yeah, maybe, or this one here. I don't know yet. I need to decide this one or this one. Let me see. Oops. I like this one, but you know, let me increase the value. Sometimes I spend the time the base color. Don't want to saturate that. No, I'm gonna keep this color. Yeah. Just the value. Increase a little bit and something more. Like that can be. I rename to base, delete this layer, Control C. And let me remove this one here and Control V. Yeah, can be. If I want, I can turn off these guys and this one also. I'm gonna make the texture only for this one. So that's cool. Now I'm gonna create the edge, or the can be the cavity one, or basically it's the edge, but I can call it edge on or off. It's similar with the, I forget the name, but I have an artist that use the same workflow. Let me keep only the color here. And for it, I'm gonna add a mask editor generator. Oops, first black mask, of course, and a mask generator, mask editor. So basically, what we're gonna do is mask editor. Try to create a variation. So first, oops, let me see here. Let me see why it isn't work. It's because I was creating from this one. Of course, it will not work, but well, let me return to trunk. And let me keep the color black mask. Let me set it edges underline on or off. Mask editor generator, mask editor. That's cool. And basically what I want now, let me hold Alt and click on the mask. What I want now is create it's to create a variation here to create the cavity. So this is the objective now. So here we can set. Hey guys, just to remind you that we have new premium course every month uploaded on Udemy and Skillshare, where you can access a lot of different content for you learn, improve and grow as an artist. We have all of our courses available to watch and learn from right now, new workflows, techniques, tips and tricks, and now learning from industry veterans and experts. You can check the description down here, and Skillshare is offering 1 free month trial to the premium membership. With this membership, you are going to be able to access all of our courses and watch and learn all of these amazing things that we cover with all of the softwares. So what are you waiting for? Check our course down here below. Add some things, and here the select ID, I'm gonna select this guy because it's the ID. It will not work, but well. And let me keep it white and white also. And let me see the curvature. Where are the curvature? Can control the things here. Where are you? Here, curvature. Let me open here and see. Let me increase it to 1 to have a better contrast, basically. So let me increase a little bit to have a little more contrast, a little bit more. Yeah, so I have a better contrast. I can press M, and how you can see I have a good contrast. So I can invert it if I want, but I'm gonna keep false. That's okay. I'm gonna add a sharp filter to have a better, instead of blur I'm gonna use sharp, have a better definition. So is it, let me increase more or less, not too much, but that's okay. And let me add a bevel, levels here also, because with the levels I can invert it and I can control it. So I can press invert and I'm gonna click here. And the cool part is that I can control a little bit more this part to create something more sharpened and with a better contrast. So more or less 7. So how you can see, basically we have the edges very defined. So I can press M and that's cool. So in this situation, the base color will be the edge highlight for this workflow. So for example, now I can select a base color and a little more dark, saturation maybe can be our value. So I can select something like that, more dark can be. Let me see a different color here. So if we want, we also can increase the value and the saturation also. Of course, then we can increase all it, but it's a simple thing that make a lot of difference. It's so crazy. So that's okay. This is the first stage. So let me see. I like to use this workflow. But let me go more to green color maybe. Yeah, something like that can be. Maybe this color or too yellow. Yeah, then I can change it. I'm not happy with that yet. So let me change a little bit the color here. It's all could be something more to this color maybe. Let me see here. Yeah, can be for this first path. That's okay for the first path. And now I can add a cavity, more cavity again. So let me create a new layer, cavity, only color, black mask, generator mask editor again. I'm gonna add another. But the difference here is that I'm gonna invert it, the global balance. Let me invert again and set 25. So let me see here. I want to create another cavity here. So let me see here. I want a 25 more or less, very marked. So let me increase the curvature here also. Yeah. And here 25. That's good. Ambient occlusion. Also, I can increase to be more strong. And here I have the textures. I can add, for example, a range or something like that. It's very cool. So the texture, let me see, I can add range, smart material. Let me remove the texture here. Range. Let me see here. Rust. Let me see this guy. And of course the texture, we're gonna have the control here where it can appear or not. So we're gonna create this effect a little bit. And I think that's okay. That's okay for me. So let me see here and let me invert it. Let me test. I don't want realistic, so let me see here. The channels files. That's okay. Let me invert it. Let me add the levels again. Invert, but it will not work. I wanna make the same thing that I did with the another. Let me see. Let me see here. I wanna invert it, but I would like only on this part. So let me see here. Let me try to organize here the balance. Just a little bit more the balance. Let me make different, maybe something like that. Yeah. Yeah, maybe can be. Maybe can be. So, yeah, it's enough. So let me pick the colors, something like that again. And of course, I can increase the value. And isn't necessary too strong. I know that seems simple thing, but make the difference. Layer by layer make the difference, each part. So that's okay, let me save it. And now, to make the color variation, we have different options. We could make with colors, or we can use the light. For this situation, we're gonna use the light. So let me create here a new fill layer, color for underline up. Oops. Color var underline light up. And what we're gonna do here, it's create a light black mask. Oops, not black mask. When we're gonna work with color variation, we're gonna basically just create a color here, and we're gonna try to create a variation with the filter. Let me see here, the generator, sorry. And we're gonna keep the color only. and we're gonna use the light here. It's cool. And here, how we're gonna create from the top, let me set 9 degree, 9 degree. That's okay. So for it, let me keep only the color, because if we keep all it active at, for example, the opacity, it will be affected. So you can use the other maps, but if you have the opacity, you need to turn off it. So here we can see it. It's very, very, very cool how we can work with that. It's so awesome. So let me reduce it to 0. And this guy here also, or can be more or less middle. So of course we can invert it if you want, but for now, no. So basically we have here, let me invert it. Yeah, this is correctly, but first let me keep it false. If I invert it, basically all the parts that we have this region, for example, the light will hit on this part, on this part, on this part, but I'm gonna keep inverted. Let me see, because then I'm gonna use this guy here. I'm gonna use levels, and here using the levels I can invert it. For example, I can use the clamp and invert, but here we have some settings to test. For example, we can explore here the same thing, 0.7 more or less. Here also to get the correct color here. And here for the light, we're gonna switch it normal. We're gonna use divide, the width of divide, yeah. Also to the color, can be a purple, something like that, maybe. Let me see here. Let me select something more kinda it, yeah. So that's cool. And here the secret is switch to soft light, yeah. And we have this aspect. Of course, we need to increase it a little bit. Let me turn off this guy here. And we have a color variation that it's so cool. Let me invert it. So we're gonna have the light hitting here. Let me invert again and keep it true, or we could use it false. Yeah, I think false it's better. But here we have the light hitting here. Of course we're gonna reduce the intensity, but I like first to test the elements. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it true and reduce more or less to 30. Yeah, it's just a little tweak here, something like that. Can be 45 maybe. Yeah, and we're gonna have this variation. 45 can be. Yeah. So how you can see, we have this light hitting here. So we can have this variation. I'm gonna keep. I like it, I really like it, this one. But here it's, yeah, I'm gonna keep this one. Maybe it's more their thing for me. Decision. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this one, the light hitting here. That's cool. So now what I'm gonna do, is create another variation. So basically I'm gonna duplicate it, color, underline 4, underline light, underline dull, and here I can turn off the levels, turn off. Let me just see this guy here. Yeah, can be. And I'm gonna set a blue color more or less, just to have a blue color to the bottom part. And here, let me turn off it and set 270, because I wanna the bottom part. But I need invert. Yeah. That's okay. And let me switch it to 25 more or less. It's too intense. I'll wait. Let me reduce to 30. Yeah. Let me switch it to overlay here also. Yeah. And here maybe we could set it to overlay also, but we will not have a good aspect here. I prefer keep it divide, because we're gonna have this different aspect here. Yeah. Let me set again to 45. Here more strong. Press C to see the color only. Yeah, no, too strong. 30. Can be. Let me increase a little bit. Maybe instead overlay could be screen. So this, it's kind of a general color added on it, mixing with the other colors to create a random color. So let me see here. Yeah, we could remove this guy and click on this way false to create a more, how you can see we have more light on top, so I need to use the false, the true, because I don't want light on top. Light on top, it's affected by this light up. Light down, I wanna basically affect the other parts. Yeah. That's okay, so it's cool. Just 4 layers, we can see the difference and create different aspect. It's a little strong, maybe we could work different colors, but that's enough. That's okay. Now, let me see. We could create dirt here, but I don't have a lot of elements to make it. Let me go to cavity and keep it more different color here. Yeah, it can be more to this blue maybe. I love it because you can explore a lot. Yeah. I press Ctrl Z. Yeah, and let me add here ambient occlusion. Ayo. So let me add a black mask, only color, hold Alt, and I can add here a generator dirt, maybe can be dirt, yeah. And with this dirt, I could invert it. Let me see here. Let me remove the dirt contrast. Let me remove the grain amount because I want only this part. So let me turn off the cavity. Yeah, I need this dirt, another strip more with a better contrast. So grain scale 2, no make difference because the grain amount is 0. Edging mask, yeah, it's here. Let me increase it. So how you can see, we have the cavity It's basically, I have one strip, for example, the edge, the cavity, and another with the AO to create this effect. We could also, if I want, add a bevel here, filter, bevel, but we need to control it for the bevel. Yeah, but it will not work, so let me see here. 0.001. Yeah, to create random effect, but without bevel. Let me see here, guys. Let me set a color like red can be. Something like that. We have the cavity and we have the dirty. So of course, let me reduce it. Yeah, it's a little more interesting. Press C to check the color. That's okay. Yeah. Now what we can do is add a gradient more to this part here, like to create like a dirt part here. So I can create a fill layer here, color. Let me set gradient. Can be the same color that the AO can be, or another color then. I could add a black mask, a generator, like, and use the position if I want, or I can make it handily. I can invert it, hold Alt, balance, more to this way, and blur. Let me see here, the blur, something like that. Press M, that's go and use the multiply. And I can reduce to 20 or 40. Are simple things, but it make the difference, you know. Oops. So let me see the color here a little more this way. Yeah, can be something like that. That's cool. Also, I think that I can change all it to yellow, a little bit more yellow, but that's okay. Also, we can create baked light. I like to use this effect, baked light, that we can use color only. Here I'm gonna use a filter, only color also, and bake light. This one here, it's really cool. Here I can use switch to pass-through. When I use something like this one, and here, yeah, it's okay. And let me use to 27, but isn't work because here I need to keep only the color also. And well, let me see why it's not working. Let me check it. Baked light. Why you are not working? Let me see here. The divide maybe isn't the divide. Let me see. Well, I don't know why isn't working. This guy, it's, let me see why. Let's see here. Why you are not working, my friend? To work on the path through. That's okay. I think that I am using a wrong channel here. I think, let me see. I think it's soft light. Let me see. Yeah. Finally, I got it. It's just a simple thing that makes difference here. I really love it. So yeah, that's so cool. And I think is it. Let me add a light here. ASL. And I can keep the color only and add a filter also to control a little bit the color if I want to change it or not. Let me keep only the color, and here I'm gonna type ASL perspective and not happiness, and to be able to make something we need to use the pass through. No, we're gonna use the soft light. Yeah, we have the lights, but isn't this filter here? Oh, let me see here. Where are you? Let me see here. But isn't this soft light? Oh, of course. Let me go to regular. Now it's working. 0.5. 0.5. What is the cool part? It's that we can, for example, go to saturation, increase a little bit, and we can change like the ASL from Photoshop, for example. So we could go more to yellow if we want, and reduce the saturation, of course, but more to yellow if we want, or on another color. It's very cool. We have the light that we can increase. It's like a filter, but apply it for all the meshes here. And I want something more to yellow maybe. Reduce the saturation a little bit. Just a simple thing. Can be 0.55. Take care about that because each detail, each number make difference. So yeah, for me it's better. That's okay, you can save. And here we have a simple texture for this part. And in the next tutorial, we're gonna continue to create another variation where we're gonna see these guys. So combine that. So how you can see, I have not added a lot of elements with a lot of ads, a lot of highlights and all this stuff. Are simple things that make the difference for the prop. So try to avoid a lot of variation, little lines and all these stuffs, okay? So yeah, I like it, I really like it, and in the next tutorial we're gonna continue, guys. So please enjoy the video, comment, and see you in the next tutorial.